I left when she said he made her feel alive. Didn't argue, didn't ask her to explain, didn't try to remind her of everything we had. I just stood there, took a long breath, and said, "Then I hope he gives you everything you're looking for." Then I walked out, not because I didn't care, but because begging someone to stay after they've already imagined life without you is the slowest way to break yourself. If you've ever been replaced by someone who only knew the surface of the person you built a life with, hit that like button. And if this story feels like it mirrors your pain, drop a comment. You're not alone. You're really not. My name is Daniel, and for almost 6 years, I loved a woman named Brooke. We met the quiet way. A mutual friend, a dinner party, shared jokes over pizza. What started casual slowly became everything. She was warm, spontaneous, soft-hearted. I was calm, steady, the one who remembered to lock the door, turn off the stove, pay the bills. We worked, not because it was easy, but because we both showed up for each other. Until one day, she stopped. It started with the new job. She became a marketing lead for a tech startup. Long hours, new faces, late nights turned into weekend retreats. And then there was him. Jason. He was her boss, or so she said at first. At some point, the way she said his name changed. Lighter, louder, almost like she forgot I was listening. I asked once, gently. She said I was being paranoid, said she was just excited about this new phase of life, but she'd stopped reaching for my hand in the car, stopped waiting up for me at night. And then one evening, she sat across from me at our kitchen table, the one we bought together from that secondhand shop, and said the words I can still hear like they were etched into the walls. "He makes me feel alive." Like I'd been the death of her, like I was a cage, not a home. I didn't fight, didn't cry. I just looked at her, really looked, and realized I'd already lost her. So I left, quietly, without a scene. Just me, a backpack, and my dignity. The first week, I barely slept. Stayed in a motel 40 minutes from the city, staring at the ceiling, replaying everything I did wrong. Friends reached out. I ignored them. My mom called. I told her work was busy. I couldn't say the words out loud yet. She chose someone else. I rented a small apartment 2 towns over. Nothing fancy. Just enough space for a bed, a coffee table, and a version of me I didn't recognize yet. I got a job at a small hardware store. Told the owner I just needed something to keep me busy. He didn't ask questions. I think he'd seen this kind of quiet wreckage before. Nights were the worst, not because I missed Brooke, but because I missed who I thought she was. And that's the thing no one tells you. You're not grieving the person. You're grieving the version of them you built in your mind, the one who wouldn't hurt you, the one who'd choose you, even on the hard days. I didn't text her, didn't watch her stories, didn't ask our mutual friends for updates. I deleted her number not because I hated her, but because I didn't trust what hearing her voice would do to me. Month 6, I started breathing easier, painted my own walls, adopted a dog from the shelter, named her Penny. She didn't fix anything, but she gave me a reason to come home. Month 9, I met someone for coffee. Didn't lead anywhere, but I didn't talk about Brooke, and that felt like a win. By month 11, I didn't flinch when someone said her name. I was rebuilding, quietly, steadily. Then she showed up. It was a Thursday. I'd just gotten home from work, covered in sawdust, sweat, and grocery bags. I was unlocking my door when I heard a voice I hadn't heard in almost a year. "Daniel?" I turned, and there she was. Brooke. Same face, but smaller. Not physically, emotionally, like someone who had been weathered by their own choices. Her eyes were red. She was holding a letter. I didn't say anything, just stood there and let the moment sink. She stepped closer. "I've been trying to find you." I nodded. "Well, here I am." She held out the letter. I didn't take it. "It's everything I never said. Everything I should have told you before I threw it all away." I leaned against the doorframe, still silent. She started crying. I lied. About Jason, about how I felt. I thought I needed more, but more turned out to be nothing. He never wanted me. Not really. Just the thrill. Once it got hard, he disappeared. She wiped her face. I broke us. I know that. And I don't expect anything. I just needed you to know that the only person who ever made me feel alive was you. And I ruined that. For a second, I felt the old ache. The part of me that once would have opened that door, poured her tea, tried again. But that version of me, he was gone. I looked at her, the woman I once planned to marry, Cass, and said, "You didn't ruin us, Brooke. You ruined you." She looked down. "I'm sorry," she whispered. I nodded. "I hope you heal. I really do. But I'm not yours anymore." She cried harder. I didn't reach for her. That wasn't my job anymore. She left quietly, just like I had 11 months ago. I walked inside, set the groceries down, and sat on the floor next to Penny. My chest hurt, but not because I wanted her back. It hurt because the last thread was finally cut, and in that space, there was nothing left but peace. If someone ever tells you they found more outside of what you built, let them go. Don't chase. Don't beg. Just walk away. Because if you're lucky, you'll find something better than answers. Yourself.